Abdul, that consumes media, whether mainstream or social media, it's quite complicated. Moment Tonight, a very insightful, forward-leaning program. Maybe we'll struggle to make 5K or even 1K. And Talking Point, our first encounter about half a decade ago.
Yes, about 10 years ago?
Yes, a long time ago, maybe. Talking Point, top-notch current affairs program. Go check the numbers. The youth are not interested.
Well,
do you know the things the audience is interested in? The graphic things, the profane things, mentioning things the way they are without any recourse to the fact that children are watching. Even GTV, even if it had an American program to show when we were teenagers, because a kissing scene may pass through, they wouldn't show it during the day. But social media, regardless of the time you record yourself, the time zones are different. If you're in the US, we are like 5 hours ahead of you. If you're in Northern Africa, Algeria, Morocco, Egypt, you are 2 hours ahead of us. So kids are online. And then the more profane you are, the more insulting and venomous and acerbic your tongue is, the bigger the numbers. So someone has to commission research into the taste of the Ghanaian audience so that we feed them what will benefit them. Look at the learning platforms that are up because of COVID. Who watches them?
Nobody watches them.
Even the kids at SHS, they are not interested. They are interested in that leak, that video nudity, somebody insulting.
I'll give you an example. Right here on this platform, we had this same show, but it was in two parts. The first had to do with, and I will not mention the community here right now, it had to do with a problem in a certain community. And we had a minister of state to respond to questions regarding that problem in that community. We got to a point where we opened the phone lines for persons, especially within that community, to call in and address the said minister directly for more than 5 minutes. Not one call came in. And certainly I felt bad. I thought nobody was watching the show. Then we switched to politics. And then we said whoever had issues concerning the political matter should call. The first call that came in came from the community that we earlier spoke about.
But on other social or developmental issues, nobody was interested.
But they were interested in the politics, and the calls just kept coming in and coming in and coming in. And then we got to know that people were really watching the show. But that defines for us, for me, the kind of things we are interested in.
Abdul, GBC wasn't like this. GBC has always been the, torchbearer of good editorial policy. It's always been, and it is up to this time. When you go on GBC and GTV breakfast show, relaxed, experts, sharing views, and all that. Someone say, GTV, this thing.
It's boring.
There's no fire in it.
True.
So because people now understand the nature of the audience, someone can name a show bumper to bumper, fire for fire. Those things that excite people, but you walk away with nothing. And don't be surprised, those who come on some of these shows, hurl insults and shout, immediately they leave the set, they get called from high places. Why are they? Why are they? You are as good as what the audience wants to consume. Your ratings will be low. You can say, okay, GBC isn't doing too well because GBC targets a certain, class of people. It doesn't target those who want things to be done to please the masses.
Fix the country.
Yes. I think, Abdul, the journalism schools have a lot of work to do. We need to feed wholesome media content to Ghanaian people.
I may disagree with you there. Not everyone who works with a TV station or radio station or even some publication somewhere went to journalism school. Again,
GBC wouldn't employ you if you didn't have the background in journalism.
That's GBC.
And
right?
Up to now, I was listening to Behind the News here
yes.
before I hopped out of my car to come here. The diction, the choice of words, you know that whether Georgia Sigri or Abdul Momin Hai or the lady doing the show now.
By the way, Georgia Secretary is now a PhD holder.
Yeah, I know. I know very well. When he went to Scandinavia to study, and he's a lecturer now,
Yes.
beautiful. Conrad Kakra, the quality. Now, you know how people are employed into me. I can put you on TV.
That's right.
You have a nice voice, you can do radio. But it goes beyond, you need more than just looks. You need more than just a melodious voice to practice as a journalist. And I think we need to enforce that. Standards have to be raised so that content that is fed to the Ghanaian people will be wholesome.
So another issue, fix